Hey, welcome back to MyATMM.com, cost basis tracking built for option sellers. Go ahead and review the disclaimer on screen, and let's get right to it. Today we're continuing our AI series. Today we're going to be focused on Tastytrade screenshots, importing those transactions. So right now we're on the web application, myatmm.com. We need to come down to Tools, Import, Export, and here's the AI import page. And I've already created another portfolio called AI Tasty, and it's a clean slate. There's nothing in here currently. And what we would want to do, we do want to do the targeted tasty trade, and we need to go ahead and find a screenshot that we can import in here with our transactions. Here we are showing a partial screenshot of my Tastytrade account, or one of my Tastytrade accounts. And what you'd want to do is you want to take a screenshot, and again, make sure you get like the column headers up here. And it's okay if you include these totals too, but I'm going to go ahead and just try and get this close to accurate. And you just take a screenshot of the transactions, copy it to your clipboard, and then you come back over to the web application, you'd right click, paste, and now I pasted my transactions in there. We're targeting the Tastytrade broker, and we click parse screenshot. And that will parse those transactions out. And now we have, so we had 18 transactions. Let me go back over to Tastytrade and count them up. Okay, over here you can see it's showing 22, but the other one only imported 18, so you're like, okay, what's going on? Well, one thing that the web application does is it filters out or ignores zero amounts. So as you can see, this one right here, removal due to expiration 000. So it's a non-transaction really, so it doesn't track that, it doesn't import that into the system. So it'll ignore that, and there's another one. So let's count up the zeros. So we got 1, 2, there's another one, 3, 4, and the rest all have amounts. So 22 minus 4 is 18. So it imported the 18 transactions that have amounts. So we're good to go there. We're not going to go ahead and check the dollar amounts, but the total transactions was imported correctly. All right, and so as you can see, all these money movement type things that were non-ticker based, it classifies those as ledgers, meaning they go into the deposits and withdrawals in the dashboard screen. And we got some ticker assignments here, or not ticker assignments, but tickers with transactions. So all of those are coming in here. And yeah, so we want to go ahead and just import all of this. And it gives you a little summary of what it's going to be importing in here. We're going to click confirm. Record and selected. And like I said, this is a brand new portfolio, AI Tasty, so there's nothing in here. So it's saying I'm going to create 2 new tickers in here and record the transactions for them, and we're okay with that. So we're going to say go ahead and do it. So there it goes. It recorded all those transactions, and yeah, we're good to go. And something I did notice is it looks like it recorded these XSPs as stock transactions for cash settlement, which is not right. Obviously, they're options. So that is a issue. We should have like edited those beforehand. But since we didn't, and since we missed that, what we would want to do is go over to XSP in the cost basis screen. XSP, come to transactions. Those are stocks, but they're not stocks. So we want to get rid of that. Want to change it to option. And for expiration, I mean, since they're expired, it is not crucial that this is correct, but, and I'm not even really sure how to read that. We'll just 421. So 421 is right here. I'll just say that they expired then. That should be good enough. I mean, it's just tracking the amount. It's just to give this an expiration so we can move on. Option. Because at the end of the day, all that really matters as far as the transactions here are concerned is the dollar amounts. As long as the dollar amounts all line up, then you're accurate. Your numbers are going to all work. It's not like a journaling thing where you come back and look at the dates. And I mean, you could, but it's not meant for that. It's meant for just tracking your cost basis and overall premium that you've collected over time. So there, so we've corrected that. So now they're options. so they're in here correctly. It looks at the cash settlement as stocks for some reason. That could be just something inferred by the AI when it's parsing those transactions out. So that is something I can look at, but it is something that you can easily correct and fix. All right. So back over to import export. Yeah, that's importing transactions. And after you're done importing those transactions, if you wanted to like over in Tastytrade, I can't show you this right now, but there's a BAL for your balance in the Tastytrade account, and you can click on that, and it'll show you what the cash uh, in your account is. That number should match this brokerage number exactly, and if it does not, now I will say Tastytrade is really bad about accuracy. It's always off like a penny. And I don't know what's going on. There's some kind of rounding or something that it's not doing exactly right. Um, so I got tired of messing with it because it was always off by a penny. So I would come into deposits and withdrawals and just add a penny, and then the number would be right. And then I'd come back in after adding some more transactions later, and it'd be a penny off again. So it's like it goes up a penny, down a penny, up a penny, down a penny. It's crazy. So anyway, I just got to the point where if it's just off by a penny, we're good. And I stopped adjusting it. And it's been fine ever since then. It's just always off by a penny, up or down. But that's it. But anyway, that's how you reconcile. But if it's off by a lot more than that, then maybe something went wrong with the transactions. And if that is the case, what you would do is you come back over to import export, you come over to the history tab, and you just search for like the recent transactions, the recent transaction period of time that you imported for, and search, and then you can come through here and figure out, what went where and what numbers were off. And I will say that this realized gain loss thing is actually because it recorded as a stock. But the funny thing about it is in the system, this number only matters for stocks. So since it's recorded as an option now, it'll actually ignore that. And so that's completely fine, even though it is technically a bug, which I will fix. But in any case, back to the transaction amount, you would basically come in here and compare that to your Tastytrade. And if one of these pennies were off, like say you were off like 60 cents because this 87 is supposed to be a 27, well, then, and I've said this in a previous video, I'm going to add the ability to edit this transaction in line right here so it's not as cumbersome. So anyway, if this number was wrong and you needed to change it, you just say, okay, it's for XSP. And what was that, 126.87? So we'd come back over here, go to XSP, transactions, and it was like, what was it? Right here, 126.87. You just click edit, change the amount, click save, and then you're golden, you're good to go. And then you'd come back over to the dashboard, and the brokerage amount should then match what you were looking for. And that's how you reconcile the transactions all together. Anything else? Nope, I think that was it. So hopefully you can try this out. And if you have any problems with it, always just email us, and we will look at it and see if we can take care of it for you. Until next time. That's going to wrap it up for this one. If you got something out of it, hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. And if you haven't already, head over to MyATMM.com and create your free account. 3 tickers free forever. No credit card required. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.